Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. St. Vincent and the Grenadines continues to deepen its relationship with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Prime Minister and other government officials met with the Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development, Sultan bin Abdulrahman Al Mashad, on Tuesday, August 1st, inside the VIP lounge of the Argyle International Airport. During the discussions, Prime Minister Dr. Afghan Saab spoke of the two agreements the country had already signed with the Saudi Fund.
And I and our respective teams had an extremely fruitful discussion on the deepening of the practical collaboration between the Saudi Development Fund and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, all within the context of deepening the strategic partnership, strategic relationship between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As everyone in our country knows, we suffered tremendously during COVID, and then we had the disasters, natural disasters, Hurricane Elsa, storms, tropical storms of one kind or another, and the volcanic eruptions of 2021. And significant damage was done to our infrastructure, including housing, government buildings, police stations, clinics, schools, damage done to our sporting infrastructure, for instance, Arnesville sporting complex. And we have suffered damage in the coastal erosion and challenges with our river defenses. So we discussed a package of projects, capital projects, for soft loan funding on the same terms broadly as to what we have had on the $16 million package which we signed and which went to Parliament already and was approved by Parliament.
Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development, Sultan Abdulrahman Al Mashad, expressed that it was his pleasure meeting with Prime Minister Gonsalves and other officials in his government, noting that they will reevaluate the proposed developmental projects and are happy to continue development relationship with SVG.
Your Excellency, as His Excellency mentioned, that we have discussed further development projects needed for St. Vincent, and we are more than happy to receive the priority projects, and from our side we will review it and evaluate it as internally procedure for the Saudi Fund for Development, and we will come back again for St. Vincent to give the results of our evaluation. And we are more than happy to continue our development relationship. We hope all the best and the success for the St. Vincent and the people, prosperity.
The Saudi Fund for Development has been in existence since 1975, providing soft loans for infrastructural projects in many countries. Recently, the government of SVG signed 2 loan agreements with the Saudi Fund for Development to the tune of $16 million for the building of 2 cultural hubs as well as the construction of a Salt Rivers Health Center. Thousands of people came together last evening at the Victoria Park for the One Family concert held in celebration of Emancipation Day and the 50th anniversary of the Caribbean Community CARICOM. The event was punctuated with performances by a number of local and regional artists. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister Dr. Alfgan Salves noted that similar activities have been held in other CARICOM countries to celebrate the milestone of the regional grouping, which forms part of the freedom movement, and Vincentians should use their freedom to build the country, family, and themselves.
There was an event like this. Other parts of the Caribbean we have had, celebrating our journey from emancipation to CARICOM at 50. Tonight, we are doing ours here. And we have done it thus far very beautifully and upliftingly. We must take the message from our music, from our songs, take them to our heart. From the gospel to the calypso, the soca, every form of music we have heard here tonight, every type of song, we must take it to heart and let it help to lift us up. Man and woman cannot live by bread alone. We have to live also by the word of God, and we have to live by our own creation, our cultural and sporting creation, the gift which Almighty God has given to us and which we see manifested here tonight.
Prime Minister Gonsalves also told the gathering that he plans to take the cabinet a proposal to have 2 days of sports and cultural activities being held across the country in October annually.
But what we have to do, we have to use our culture and our sports more. And I'm going to take to cabinet a proposal that every October the 21st, the weekend closest to it, on the Saturday and Sunday, we must have those 2 days of sports and culture all over the country. Just think about it. In every village in this country, on October the 21st and October the 22nd, Saturday and Sunday this year, and as close to that every year, our churches with our gospel music, the elderly with the string band, the music in the villages, the songs, the sports, and bind us together. Bind us together. Bind us with love and bind us in unity, and give no space whatsoever for the God-man them. There's only a small minority of them.
Minister of Tourism and Culture Carlos James, who also delivered breakthrough remarks at the event, said Vincentians have been given the opportunity to tell their story of freedom through creativity and talents.
Creativity, our Caribbean civilization, born from the struggles of our people. We are telling the story today in dance, in music, in drama, in poetry. You listen to the songs and the melodies of our people. Our cultural identity is fundamental to our people and our civilization. It is at the core of our values as a people. We recognize the struggles of the people who came before us. We identify with our people and our quest moving forward for reparatory justice. We recognize that our Caribbean community, the birth of our Caribbean civilization, CARICOM at 50, in a wonderful cultural pot of dance, music, and the arts. This is our story. This is our story as a people.
Here's a snippet of some of the performances at the concert last night.
What people are left hungry to die from wars, and those who they survive are unemployed. I wonder if it's me she wants.
That patience, you're my wife. You know that patience. I don't want to lose you. Woman, I don't love me. You don't love me. No, no. I should have never let you go away from me. But since you go, I'm gonna pray you go.
And if she truly finds me so worthy, say she's gonna reveal all the secrets unto me in her name.
Listen.
I lay the beat, my solo too, till deep, and I pray the Lord, my solo too, kill it. If I see the light, before Lana will it, pray the Lord, my solo too, till it. And there's a feeling in my bone.
Early on in the day at the Victoria Park, a number of entrepreneurs had the opportunity to showcase their products and gain sale. Our news team caught up with some of these persons who shared their success, challenges, and future endeavors for their businesses.
It has been since 2017 we have started our business. Well, we get our ups and downs, but we still hang on there and we still do as much as we could just to keep ends meet. But today, after I heard about after Emancipation, the 50 years, I decided to come out and display my goods then. Well, we're not going to get criticism, of course, but at the end of the day, you have to hold up your head and do what is right. And it's if you're gonna come and buy in bulk, if you're gonna come and find faults with maybe a little mishappen, but you still have a press on. You cannot make those things hold you down, you just gotta press on.
Arts and Craft have a wide variety of craft. We do baskets, clutch bars, fans, table mats, grass mat, grass rugs. Anything you think about when it comes to craft, Arts and Craft can provide you with. If Arts and Craft cannot provide you with something, she know of somebody who can provide you with it. I grew up in it. I born in it. I grew up, made my mother doing it, my neighbors, and it's something I grew to love, and I'm very good at it, so I stick with it. Well, financial difficulty as usual, but place to set up your own business, like to open up your own shop. Different than that, we face problem with materials and other different importation of goods and so forth, like accessories and so to go with the bags and those kinds of things.
And Dangerous and Unique Creative Designs is my business. Open an operation for over 3 years now. We mostly focus on leatherette and crochet works because that is my most specialty. But besides that, we do other works like copper works and bracelets and necklaces as well. Well, so far it's been good. We've been getting a good response so far from people because we are unique. That is my most income that right now, that everything I give you, it is unique, it is different, and it is not recognized any other place.
The annual road summer cleaning program commenced across the country on Wednesday, August 2nd, that's today. The program, which is a collaborative effort between BRACSA and the Economic Planning Division in the Ministry of Finance, is providing temporary employment for 5,633 persons across the country. BRACSA says in a news release that these include 499 gangs and 643 jobbers who are responsible for the cutting of trees and cleaning of roads in all 15 constituencies. Contracts have also been given to over 100 truckers and conductors. The 8-day program is being done at an estimated cost of $3 million. The program is an activity funded through the World Bank Finance Volcano Eruption Emergency Project VEEPT under its sub-component, the Labor Intensive Temporary Employment Program. BRACSA is appealing to the motorists and pedestrians to take the necessary precautions during the road cleaning period. Meanwhile, on NBC Radio's face-to-face program today, Prime Minister Dr. Alf Gensaf said actual work on the road program, which the government borrowed $120 million from Taiwan to undertake, will commence before the end of this week or next week. He also outlined other projects being worked on.
Because we have come to agreement with certain, we had come to agreement with Braxa already. That is to say, the government, the central government, about Braxa and their subcontractors doing work. And we were in negotiation with OECC, the Taiwanese company, to do some of the roads now. Okay. And the prices they were asking was just a little too much for our appetite. We finally had an agreement which is satisfactory to all parties.
Okay. All right.
So we see some rolling out on that pretty soon. Then the approval for the purchase of properties, for the relocation of people from the seafront up at Sandy Bay now, the Sandy Bay project, okay. The sea defense project. That's $40 million.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's about to start in earnest. And then the agreement came to Cabinet on Thursday, Memorandum of Understanding between the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Monroe College. There were a couple of things which were left out of the memorandum, which I gave instructions to the Cabinet Secretary, who is the permanent secretary responsible for post-secondary and university education now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good scholarship program which we negotiated with Monroe College. Monroe College in St. Lucia, with their branch, they have a branch there, but they're headquartered in New York. This is how I'm rolling off all the items of good news. Your head must be going back to there, Johnny P.
I'm listening.
on all fronts, eh?
Yes, yes.
On the multi-million-dollar port modernization project, Prime Minister Gensaf said the project implementation committee should be presenting to Cabinet a progress report, noting that he wants to have everyone involved and on the same page. In other local news, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the SVG-TV, said it has launched an investigation into the circumstances which led to an altercation between a police officer and a member of the police youth club. The police say the incident, which was recorded and is currently being circulated on social media, reportedly occurred in St. Lucia during the police youth club annual summer camp. The RSVG Police Force says it does not advocate or condone violence in any form, whether it is perpetrated by a police officer or a member of the public. This country's representative at the 2023 Miss JC's Queen Show in Antigua and Barbuda, Shadane McLean, placed second runner-up in the competition held on Monday, July 31st, 2023. The pageant celebrated its sixth decade under the theme, celebrating 60 years of vibrancy, culture, and talent. In a Facebook post, McLean thanked her team along with the beauty show's committee of SVG, who stood by her throughout her journey in the Miss JC's pageant in Antigua. The pageant was won by Miss Antigua and Barbuda a week after being crowned Antigua's Queen of Carnival. Corbin won all of the judge categories in the Miss JC's pageant 2023. The other participating countries in the pageant were Haiti, Montserrat, British Virgin Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis, and the United States Virgin Islands.